Digital Learning Coach Emily Colby here with this week's Tuesday tip, in which we share ways to amplify student learning using technology. In this week's tip, we're going to look at the new app Shortcuts, which, you guessed it, lets you make shortcuts on your iPad with just the tap of a finger or asking Siri. When you first open the app, you're going to have a choice at the bottom between Library and Gallery. Library is where you'll create and store your own shortcuts. And Gallery is where you can go search for other Apple users' shortcuts. Let's go back to Library and take a closer look. I'm going to tap the three dots next to one of my existing shortcuts. What I'm looking at here are the actions that my shortcut is made out of, and on the left are other actions I could potentially add to my shortcut. And they're all categorized by the type of action. You can search for other actions or if a keyword that you're looking for, but it's basically how you're going to talk to your iPad and tell it what to do. Everything on the left is something you can drag and drop into your shortcut. To get rid of it, just tap the X, but each of these actions will happen in order of appearance. So this shortcut's called Say Cheese, and it's made up of the Take Photo action and the Save to Photo album action. Each of these is customizable, so I can choose whether or not to show the camera preview and which camera to use, front or back camera. And I can also select which album to put that photo in after I'm done taking it. I can choose some other things if I tap that button up in the upper right corner. I can choose what to call this shortcut and what image to use. I can turn on Siri and allow it to select whatever phrase I want to say when I want the shortcut to run. Show it in the widget is on the main page. I'll show you that in a second. Show in share sheet is like the Share button or the up share button if you want it to be an option there. If you scroll down a little bit to add to home screen, that one allows you to put it up just on your main page, easy access, and share shortcut lets you share it with a friend. Alright, now that I've created the shortcut, let's take a look at how to use the shortcut. I'm going to go to the upper right and tap on Done. And obviously I can use the Shortcuts app and go to the library and just click on Say Cheese. And that's going to take the photo and it's going to save it in my photos. But there's other ways I can access the shortcut too because of what I did in the settings. For example, I said to make it a shortcut to my home screen, so now I have this little shortcut right here. If I pull my whole screen to the right, like that pulls up my widgets, and I told it to add Say Cheese to my shortcut widget, so now it's there. I also said to add it to my Share menu, so if I am in a different app, say Safari, and I click on that Share button, and I just scroll over to Shortcuts, now I have access to Say Cheese from there. Now I also set up Siri, so I could also just say, Hey Siri, and then I could say my shortcut, and then it would take the photo that way. All of those are valid options, but no matter what, when I go to my photo album, I'm now going to see all those pictures I took using my shortcut. Let's wrap this up by taking one last look at the Shortcuts app and going into the gallery, because you don't want to miss this. There's so many great shortcuts that have already been created in here. There's ones that make your work life easier, like heading to work. I can see customizing this one to make this getting the bell started. There's a do not disturb until I leave. That would be great for meetings or workshops with your students. There's so many really great ones in here, and each one of those, if you click on See All, has additional ones. You can search for keywords. There's just so many really cool ones in there. There's even one for changing video speed on a web page if you're looking at it. So I would just encourage you to explore and to adjust the ones that you see that you like for your own purposes. And if you or your students are interested in creating some shortcuts, don't hesitate to contact our digital learning coach. That's all for this week's Tuesday tip. Tune in next week for another way to amplify student learning using technology.